Rodney, what are you on about now? Yeah, Rodney, I heard. The Liver Mush Festival's canceled this year. I know it's the pinnacle of redneck events here in western North Carolina. I get it, and I'm horrible sorry. I know Miss Lucinda was hoping to get at least silver in the Miss Liver Mush pageant. Oh well. Rodney, there's always next year. I tell you what, how about I make you something with some liver mush, and maybe that'll keep you and Miss Lucinda happy. Yeah? Well, y'all stick around. I'll show you how.
Before we go any further, I'd like to remind you guys, please don't forget to mash that subscribe button, give me a big old thumbs up, maybe even leave me a comment or two. I sure would appreciate it. For this here recipe, we're going to need 4 boneless, skinless breasts, about a pound of liver mush, and a pound of thick sliced bacon. And for the pepper sauce, we're going to need about 1/3 of a cup of chicken stock, some pepper, some minced garlic, and minced shallots. We're also going to need 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream and just a dram of whiskey.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Eatin Good in the Woods, the channel that shows you just because you're camping doesn't mean you got to eat like a hobo. So as I'm sure you heard at the beginning of this, the Liver Mush Festival is canceled for another year. So I'm going to do a twist on an old Scottish dish called Balmoral Chicken. So in effect, what Balmoral Chicken is a breast of chicken sliced in a pocket made in the middle and stuffed with haggis, wrapped in bacon that's got a creamy sauce on top. Well, problem is, we don't have here what they call bacon, and the only good haggis, and believe me, haggis is very tasty, but the only good haggis really comes from Scotland, and we can't get it here. But we do have liver mush, which is haggis's American cousin. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the bacon that we used. I think I'm using an Applewood smoked bacon. And then we're going to use liver mush to stuff our chicken breast with, and we're going to cook the whole thing camping style in a Dutch oven. We're going to top it with some whiskey creamy pepper sauce. Gonna be something else.
We're going to start this recipe with a nice sharp knife and 4 good fat breasts that I've washed and dried. Now with surgical precision, let's cut a slit right there into the meatiest part of the breast and then dig out a pocket. Need that pocket to go as deep as we can to stuff the most amount of liver mush in there. Here's what your pocket should look like. Now let's do that to the other 3 and just stick them off to the side for now. When you're done that, take your liver mush and cut off about, 3/4 of an inch of it there. And we're going to stuff that pocket full. And then we're going to pinch it together as best we can and start wrapping it. There's our lovely Applewood smoked bacon, and we're going to take 3 strips of that and wrap up this chicken breast. And the idea is to pull that bacon as tight as we can and secure it with toothpicks so as to keep the front of that pocket from spilling out your liver mush. Probably ought to go ahead and get those coals going. Say, that reminds me, if y'all are looking for a way to support this channel, keep this here trainer rolling full of farm fresh content twice a week, why don't you slide over to my Teespring shop, get yourself a coffee mug or maybe even a t-shirt. But if you don't want to do that, how about you go to buymeacoffee.com, and for the price of a cup of coffee, you help keep this train a-rolling. You can also visit boondockerswelcome.com. All of the links are in the description. Thanks a bunch. Now again, I'm using a 10-inch Dutch oven, so let's not forget the formula to get 350 degrees for 45 minutes. You'll need the circumference of the pot times 2 plus 1. You'll put 1/3 of the coals on the bottom and 2/3 on top. This will need to bake for about an hour and a half, so you'll need to refresh the coals at 45 minutes. And don't forget to rotate the lid every 15 minutes to avoid hot spots.
Hey, now let's crack on with the sauce.
Get out you a cast iron skillet and put about a tablespoon or so of olive oil in there and get it up to temperature, good frying temperature. Then we're going to add a minced shallot and about 4 or 5 cloves of minced garlic. Now make sure you keep that stirring. You don't want to scorch this stuff. To that, we're going to add about a tablespoon of butter. And again, keep stirring. Once you see it start to change color, it'd be a good time to go ahead and deglaze the pan with about half a shot of whiskey, a dram they call that in Scotland. When you feel no lumps sticking to the bottom of the pan, you know you've deglazed it. Where do you think you're going? You're going right back in there. After it starts to change colors a little bit more, we're going to add that half a cup of chicken stock. And we're going to keep that simmering as it reduces. When it starts to reduce, we're going to put a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper in there and let it continue to reduce and let all those flavors just become one. Now, I've got a small confession to make. I know I said heavy cream, but I don't use cream. This is coconut cream, half a cup. But you use whatever it is you want to use, whether it's whipping cream, sour cream, whatever. But again, make sure you keep stirring. This stuff will scorch really easy. You know it's about done when you see the sauce sticking to the back of your spoon. Okay, so it's done. This was about an hour and a half in the Dutch oven. Now listen, make sure that you're checking after you refresh the coals. Make sure you're checking every few minutes just to make sure you're not overcooking it. Let's cut one in half and have a look. Oh my good gracious, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Now, let's get over that sauce I stuck off to the side there. And let's put about, I don't know, tablespoon and a half sauce on each half. And then I think we're going to have to try it.
And there it is, y'all. Balmoral Chicken. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells dynamite. I'm going to give it a quick taste. Get a little bite of everything on there. Have some liver mush, have some chicken, have some sauce, and some bacon. Whoo, that right there is hardly fit to eat, I'm telling you. But I'm going to keep going till I find a good spot. You go on and make this on your next camping trip and watch all your neighbors come fluttering over like they're sniffing a smell trail from a Disney film. This is fantastic. So listen, until next time, y'all go on out there and be nice to one another. I love you. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Bye.